Right, people, we're back here looking at the Law of One, which I'm quite excited about. Um, God said it's just another blog. Like, that's what he said to me when I was making my own blogs, because this is a blog, right? So it's just another idea. But it's someone's creativity and channeled information, right? Don't be a wisdom wanker, Christina said. What is wrong with this? She's just not exciting at all, is she? She can't get her own high. She has to pick on other people. Um, right, let's have a look at this. What would be the origin of what we call black magic? I'm Ra. This is correct in one sense, incorrect in another. Okay. The Orion group has aided the so called negatively oriented among your mind body spirit complexes. These same entities would be concerning themselves with service to self. So it's not service to others, it's service to self. So that's negatively oriented people. This was around in the 1980s. In any case, and there are many upon your so called inner planes which are negatively oriented and thus available as inner teachers or guides, and so called possessors of certain souls who seek this distortion of service to self. Interesting. That's why they're teachers, because they've been through lack. They've been through things that they're able to teach, and that's why healers have that history of empathy, because that's what they develop from their own. Um, so that's why, yeah, yep, distortion of service to self, um, possessors of certain souls. So you possess souls who seek selfishness because that's your thought forms that's why I always hear faggot, wanker, blah blah blah, because it's selfish energy out in the universe, um, and that's why they possess me when I'm in that state of existence, right? So there's that, and the second one is being a teacher from that place of darkness. That's what it's talking about. So that's why we're calling it black magic. Um, yeah, yep, like those spells and stuff like that, if they're negative, it's actually service to self, it's not to others, is it? So it really covers all of it. Um, God said, that's your wisdom, wanker. Um, Speak for itself, doesn't it? That's your wisdom, wanker. So I'm here for a reason. This has all served a purpose, right? Let's have a look. All right, let's ask spirit people. What would they like to educate people about here? Is that enough for one day of the Men in Black? Because people might not want. I just think this is good. Law of One, all in one block, .info is what you want for this. And it's really, really, really interesting. Sexual energy transfer, UFOs, time and space, pyramids. Is this all you want? Higher self, law of one, healing. Should we look up healing? That's what God would love. Thank you, Wanker, he said. Um, let's have a look at healing. Oneness with unity, consciousness, and healing. Right. Wow, this is huge. It's like a book. Someone said I'll call you a faggot baby. Is it worth it? I would say look into it if you want to look into it. I don't want to sit here and make heaps of videos. it's all about oneness and how it relates to healing, and it's a side of the coin in considering healing. It helps with the full picture of your comprehension of healing, and it's just another branch of spirituality if you're interested. That's the key. If you're interested, right? If you're not interested, it's not relevant. That won't help you heal. If you're interested, it will help you, right? We like looking at those sides of the coin that we're interested in. Oh. Right, we're looking at this one. They think this is good. What is the difference philosophically between a mind-body-spirit complex healing itself through mental, shall I say, configuration, or it being healed by a healer? Okay, so let's have a look at this. Read the answer here that they have. I'm Ra. You have a misconception. The healer does not heal. The crystallized healer is a channel for intelligent energy which offers an opportunity to an entity that it might heal itself. So it heals itself through basically, it might heal itself because it doesn't get healed by the healer. Basically, this entity doesn't get healed by the healer, but being around that, it's people helping other people, right? So if you're mainfreighting as a healer to heal somebody, you're in line with the energy stream. They're being receptive of the energy, but then they use that knowledge to basically help other people, right? And that's where they are. The more integrated you get into that whole supply system chain, the more you will heal through that mainfreight energy, if that makes sense. So we as healers can't magically heal someone, but we help them heal. Like if they receive Reiki energy, they've got that helps them, but then they have to function as their own individual system, mind, body, spirit system themselves. So I think that makes sense, doesn't it? In no case is there an other description of healing. Therefore, there is no difference. Yeah, in no case is there an other description of healing. So that's the only definition of healing that they've put there, which I quite like. That's quite firm, isn't it? It's a nice, concise, confident answer. Therefore, there is no difference as long as the healer never approaches one whose request for aid has not come to it previously. Try to understand that. Therefore, there is no difference as long as the healer never approaches one whose request for aid has not come to it previously. Never approaches one. Oh, okay. So that's basically going and hunting for people rather than them seeking you. Because if they're not seeking you, well, they probably think I don't really need it. If you're going around hunting people, yeah, that's exactly what I'm pretty sure it means. Your soul will call out for healing, right? The healer doesn't really need to go fixing people because that's not how it works. It's the opposite. The person has to want it, right? It's like parents trying to mollycoddle their children. If the kid doesn't want it, it won't work. And it's not an encouragement. It's control. That's what it is. It's control. So both parties have to want the interaction. And that's why my psychic readings won't work if it's wisdom wanker, but it's actually true. The person has to want it, and if they want it, it's like anal sex, right? If the person wants it, it's going to work a lot better than I should do it because it will fix them when they don't really want it. That doesn't work at all, right? There you go. This is also true of the more conventional healers of your culture, and if these healers could but fully realize that they are responsible only for offering the opportunity of healing and not for the healing, Basically not making a clause and saying you're going to heal. It's up to them to take the information and utilize it, right? Many of, because they self-heal, people self-heal. You heal by being the healer. That's where you get your healing, right? Many of these entities would feel an enormous load of misconceived responsibility fall from them. Yes, yep, so that would take responsibility off you as the healer and you would be doing it more for fun. So that's where people are actually going to get the benefit, right? Instead of feeling responsibility and basically ego about having to control, like, that's not on you; it's on your client, basically. But if you're in that state where it's fun and you know this, and where they do the work, their own work, it's more likely to work for them because you're a happy healer then and you're not a stressed out healer, right? So that's where they're going to get that benefit, that energy from you. They're going to feel it and it's going to be an inspiration for them. That's why my cooking videos that I do independently are healing, aren't they? I help people from an independent place. When you're independent, you're strong, and that radiates outwards, and that actually positively impacts people. And what they choose to do with it is up to them. And that's what I sit here saying all the time, all right? So that's wisdom waiting for I'm hearing again, because I've learned lessons through my experience. So there you go, people. I'm going to leave it there. That's enough for one day, but check it out, lawofone.info.